Hare Krishna. Welcome back to Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we shall be discussing from first canto, first chapter, text number 8. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacham Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsadī Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So the text 8 from the first chapter of the first canto is vettha tvam saumya tat sarvam tad-anugrahāt brūyuḥ snigdhasya śiṣyasya guravo guhyam apyuta. Translation: and because you are submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. So here in this verse, the sages of Naimisharanya, they are glorifying Sūta Gosvāmī, glorifying him for being submissive to his spiritual masters. Being submissive means to be willing to render service. The process is explained by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti tadjnana jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Tattvadarshis are the saintly persons who know the truth. From them we can learn by 3 steps of process. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. First of all, tadvidhi pranipata. Pranipata means the very first step for learning the spiritual science is pranipat. Pranipat means surrender. Tadvidhi pranipatena. So one has to approach a saintly person or the spiritual master and surrender unto him. Tadvidhi pranipatena. And after surrendering, pariprashnena. One should do prashna. One should inquire submissively, not challengingly or challenging the authority. No. Inquiry should be there, but inquiry should be submissive. And sevaya. The inquiry should be coupled with the service attitude. A disciple is willing to render service to the spiritual master. So this is a 3-step of process. When a person surrenders to a saintly person or a spiritual master, inquires submissively and willing to render any service to him, then naturally the spiritual master, being kind, becomes very pleased with the disciple and imparts whatever knowledge is required to be imparted to the person. So this is actually a very crucial subject matter. Śrīla Viśvanātha Cakravartī Ṭhākura, in his Guru Ashtakam, he says, a person can attain perfection in his spiritual life by receiving the mercy of spiritual master. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. By receiving the mercy of Guru, one has attained the mercy of Krishna. And yasya aprasadat. Without receiving the mercy of Guru, nagati kuto, one can never have any good destination. Nagati kutopi. So one cannot expect any good fortune or success in the spiritual life without being favored by the saintly persons or the spiritual masters. And sages of Naimisharanya are actually glorifying Sūta Gosvāmī for this. Śrīla Bhakti Thakur once was approached by one of the very great scholars of his time. His name was Madan Mohan Malavi. Madan Mohan Malavi, he was a learned scholar of the Vedanta. And he had heard that Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur is actually very highly learned in Vedanta Sutra. So he had some doubts on Vedanta Sutra. He came to the ashram of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was sitting in the ashram and he approached him. He said, I have heard that you are a great learned of Vedanta. I have some questions. I have some doubts. If you can clarify those. And Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he was in the middle of something. He said, I am in the middle of something. Why don't you do one thing? He pointed to one of the disciples who was in the kitchen. He said, you go to him. He is also very learned and he'll be able to answer all your questions. That was the brahmachari. And that brahmachari was busy in the ashram, in the kitchen ashram, cleaning the pots. So the Madan Mohan Malavi actually went to him and he said, your Guru Maharaj told me to, ask you some questions that I have on Vedanta Sutra. So the disciple said, yes, definitely. I'll be more than happy to answer your question, but I'm in the middle of cleaning. So why don't you do one thing? You also come and help me in cleaning. It will be done quickly and then we can sit and discuss. So Madan Mohan Malavi was actually a kind of a high profile person, but still when he was requested like this, he agreed and submissively started cleaning the pots along with the brahmachari. And after they cleaned the pots, while cleaning only, Madan Mohan Malavi was contemplating on his questions, and miraculously all the questions that he had, they were revealed from within. The answer to those questions was revealed to him. So after the cleaning was over, the brahmachari said, okay, let's sit down now. He said, no, actually there's no need. While I was doing cleaning with you, I got the answers from within. Now it's very clear to me. Whatever doubts I had, they were all cleared. So he went to Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and he actually mentioned to him that there was actually no need anyone clarifying, because when I was doing cleaning in the temple, all the answers were revealed to me from within. So Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he made a statement. He told Madan Mohan Malavi, this is our process of learning Vedanta. We don't simply sit down and discuss Vedanta. We engage in devotional service of Krishna, sevaya. And by the dint of that service, all the wisdom, all the knowledge that is required is revealed to us. So in our Krishna consciousness, this is one of the most important factor. Of course, one has to be surrendered to Guru. One has to inquire submissively. But simply by rendering service, everything is revealed automatically. So, sages of Naimisharanya are glorifying Sūta Gosvāmī that he has that qualification because the spiritual masters have bestowed mercy upon him by revealing to him everything that is desirable to attain the perfection in his spiritual life. So that is the sum and substance of this 8th verse. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.